Good afternoon, everyone. Today is our second presentation as a part of a new webinar series for Mercury point of sale users. Today's webinar topic is order entry and point of sale shortcuts. With a major holiday quickly approaching and staffing may be reduced due to COVID-19, these tips will help make entering orders efficient for Mother's Day and every day going forward. FTD Technology Sales Specialist Terry Thiel will be leading today's webinar. He has spent his entire 17-year career at FTD training, selling, and troubleshooting Mercury technology for florists. During this webinar, Terry will demonstrate several different types of shortcuts in your Mercury point of sale for order entry, addresses, and enclosure cards, as well as how to edit and add custom shortcuts. He will also show us how to use quick sale functionality and demo FTD's Retail to Go app, which can be helpful for curbside pickup sales. If you have questions during the webinar, simply type it in the question box on the upper right side of your screen, and we'll stop for questions a few times throughout the webinar. So be sure to enter them during the session. So without further ado, I would like to turn the call over to Terry to begin the webinar.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on shortcuts. And so today I'd like to go over several things as far as the shortcuts. This is going to be a short and sweet webinar today, hopefully being able to show you some shortcuts that you guys will be able to use, and a lot of people do not know that even exist inside of Mercury. First off, we're going to show you the shortcuts in order entry. These are the F keys, which allow you to jump from area to area in the order entry process, making it easier so you don't have to even touch the mouse when you're taking an order. Second, we're going to go over the recipient address and company shortcuts. So this is where you can put in all of your funeral homes, hospitals, and nursing homes, and be able to use shortcut keys, which will also start the enclosure card and also set the occasion code, which will allow you to do marketing in the future. Third, we're going to go over the enclosure card shortcuts. This is for card messages and show you how to put your own signatures in there for people and companies that do a lot of ordering from you. In specific, if you have a business that orders a lot from you, you'd be able to put their signature in and use it as a shortcut every time. Then I'm going to show you how to edit and add shortcuts into the system, which will help you in doing adding these for the holidays and adding any area-specific shortcuts that you guys may have for funerals or in different languages and stuff like that. Then I'll show you how to do a quick sale and point of sale, because we are in a different situation this year for Mother's Day, and we're going to be doing a lot of pickups and curbside deliveries. And then I'll show you the Retail to Go app, which will allow you to do actual curbside sales from a mobile device, whether it be a tablet or a cell phone. So first off, I'd like to show you that, as you all know, this is the Mercury main screen. So if we go into order entry, a lot of you may not realize that these F keys that you see by every section are actual shortcuts. So in my experience in working in the shop, when I ran a flower shop, a lot of your consumers actually try to take over the call. So when they call, they'll say, I need to order funeral flowers, I want the card to say. In those cases, you just hit those F keys and it moves you to that section. So like this with F7 moves me automatically to the card message, so I can start off with that. Then I can go back to F4 and type in the customer info to pull the customer up. With the F keys, as you know, with tab, it lets you move through, but with the F keys, it actually lets you move through each section faster, so you can keep up with the customer as they're talking to you if they try to take over the call. One of the nice features is the shortcut keys we've added into both the company section and the card message. To see all of your shortcuts you have in each of those sections, you can press the F12 key, which will list out all, if you're in the company section, it will list out all of your company address that you have already in there to deliver to. Like for me, I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we actually have Memorial Hospital. So if I'm taking an order that needs to go to Memorial Hospital in Chattanooga, all I have to do is hit \MEM, and it will automatically, well, now it's not working. It will automatically fill in the hospital's information, the address, and the card message. It will also set the occasion code as illness. Now, in the situation that this is going to an employee, it is editable, so you will have to edit the card message and the occasion code, but it will be able to fill in all that information for you automatically. You can put any business in here you want to. So if you do a lot of deliveries to an office building locally or anything like that, you'll be able to put those in as a shortcut code also. It is unlimited as far as the shortcut codes that you can add. So when you get to the card message, it's the same situation. We have shortcut codes in here too. Once you're in the card message field, you can hit F12 and see all of the shortcuts for your card message. Now, any companies that you have that have a certain signature that you've put in there, if the company is under your addresses, their card message is under the card message also. So you can just put in their card message if you want without putting in the company's address. So like with Memorial Hospital, they have Get Well Soon as their card message. When I put it in, it automatically filled it out. So when I had a flower shop, we serviced a local Walmart in Hickson, Tennessee. And that Walmart signed every card, Management and Associates, Walmart number 1606. So when I put in WAL, you have to hit the / key. When I put in WAL, it automatically puts in their signature. So that way it helps in managing that. Plus, I'm not the best typist in the world, so it helped me so I wouldn't have to type that out on every card that went out. A lot of you know that the standard messages like Get Well Soon, with deepest sympathy, happy birthday, happy anniversary, those are in there. I'm from the South, and a lot of people on the card message for funerals in the South is our thoughts and prayers are with you. That is one that you would have to add on your own and put that in, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. Basically, with the shortcuts, it does reduce your time that you're having to spend moving around the screen and taking orders from customers. So it is a helpful thing, and it reduces the time that you're spending on the phone with them, which allows you to move on to the next one, which you know at the holiday season is not the best thing to be doing. So to change messages in both the company and the card message, you need to go into your Mercury administration, which you can only do this on your server. You can't do this on any of your order entry terminals or the point of sale service unless they are your server. So you just put in your username and password, and it will bring up the administration screen. You go into system and then into abbreviation code. Now, under the abbreviation code, this is where you'd put in either an abbreviation code just for the card message or for a company. Like for me, we have 2 Memorial Hospitals in Chattanooga, so I saved the second Memorial Hospital to be able to show you guys how to do this. The second Memorial Hospital is in Hickson. So I'm putting that as MEH, and I just type in the hospital and type in the address of the hospital. And you can fill out the information as far as the phone number. Now, with entering a entering a company name, you want to be able to start it out and make sure that the occasion is set correctly. So you can start the card message, so get well soon, and then set the occasion code, which the majority of your orders going to a hospital are going to be for illness. So all I do is hit apply and add, and that is automatically added in there. Now, if I wanted to add just a card message, like our thoughts and prayers are with you, then I would just fill in the card message portion and hit apply, and that will save that shortcut code. So when you go back into order entry in your Mercury and you put in as I said, I'm not the best typist in the world, and it's not working. So under there we go. The Memorial Hospital took. So with the Memorial Hospital, it automatically filled in their address, filled in the phone number, filled in the start of the card message, and then also filled in the occasion code. So as you can see, this is an easy way to put in your regularly delivered to addresses and start the card message off and set the occasion code, which is 3 steps in one. And it's just a shortcut that a lot of people don't even know exists in the system itself. The other thing we wanted to show you was doing a quick sale or a pickup sale in point of sale. And of course, my system's looking for a cash drawer. But as you notice, when you go into point of sale, rather than starting off on customer like it does in order entry, the point of sale starts off on product code. So this is another place that the F keys can come into play, and it becomes a 3-step process to be able to ring somebody out, especially at Valentine's Day when you have a line of people out the door, or Mother's Day, even if you were open for business and they were in your shop coming in and buying products, you could ring them out very quickly. It does not, in doing the quick sale, you do not track that customer information, which is the data, which is what's important to be able to do marketing. But in certain situations, you just don't have the time to do that because it's just going to make the rest of the customers mad that you're pulling all this data. So in this case, I can just go in and hit my code for dozen red roses, hit F11, go in. If I want to do it as credit, I then swipe the card and hit F11 again, and it will complete the sale. If I'm doing it as cash, I just hit F11 again, it completes the sale, and that customer's out the door. So with the quick sale in point of sale, now this only works in the point of sale section because order entry does require that you have customer information on there. So in point of sale, the quick sale in this section is real easy to do. You just put in the product code, hit F11, which will allow you to complete the order. And then once you've entered either cash, credit card, check, however the payment's being made, you just hit F11 again, and that completes that order. The next thing with Mother's Day coming up, and we know that with the COVID virus, that a lot of you are doing curbside pickup. And we have an app that we have created, which has been available for almost 5 years now. But in doing quick sales, the app allows you to just enter in, you have to enter a passcode to get in. It is a secure app. Now, this will work on any tablet or iPhone, Android phone, anything that has internet capability. So if you have Wi-Fi in your shop, this will work great in your shop. It's something that you can have sitting on the counter, so whoever's walking out with the arrangement can walk out. This is a quick sale product. So again, it doesn't track any of the customer information, but it gives you 4 categories that you can ring items up in. And these sales are posted in Mercury. It actually is processing the sales through the Mercury system. So the credit card is cleared through the Mercury system. It will be in your batch report at the end of the night. On your sales report, it will ring up as other sales. So that is something that will be activated if you guys decided to go with the license for Retail to Go. And the nice thing is Retail to Go, if you're using it on a cell phone that has data, you do outside sales like at farmers markets or dance recitals, once we do get back into doing public things, this is a way to ring up sales outside of the store itself. Or if you're doing outside wedding consultations and you take a deposit, this is another way to do that also. Basically, in the Retail to Go app, like I said, you have 4 categories: flowers, plants, gifts, and others. You do have to put in an amount. So I'm doing a $50 arrangement, and I go to checkout. Now from here, you can do it with a credit card, which the Retail to Go app does come with a credit card swiper that will attach via the headphone jack into the Android or Apple phone or even your tablet. You can swipe the card, which would automatically fill in all the data. If you didn't have the swiper with you, you can manually put in the card number, the card holder's name, the expiration date, and the CVV code. Once you've go to complete the order, it will ask you the amount tendered, and then you just hit save. Now from here, it will allow you to either text if you're utilizing a phone, and it will text from that phone's number. Or if you're just using a tablet that has internet capability, it will allow you to email a receipt to that recipient. All you have to do is enter their email address in, and it will automatically send that receipt to them. It is a very generic receipt. It just says, thank you, from my flower shop for your purchase of $53.88. So it doesn't get into detail like the order confirmation does that's in the Mercury system when you do an order confirmation off of order entry or point of sale. So with the Retail to Go app, it is a little limited, but it will allow you to do those quick sales. If you guys are doing drive up sales, I know that a lot of shops utilize this and do drive up at Valentine's Day, to where they can just ring up customers on their way home in the afternoon or going out that night, and ring up customers so that they're allowed to they can just hand them the flowers and let them go on their way. Again, the Retail to Go, it does have a cost. You have to pay for the swiper, which the swiper is programmed to our app. So if you have a swiper from another service, it will not work with this. But it has a cost of $150 one-time fee for the swiper. Other than that, the app is free. And then, it won't add to your support unless it moves you into a different tier level. I will tell you that because of the COVID, we have been selling a lot of the swipers, and we do have less than 10 available. So if you guys do want to purchase a swiper, you can contact Technology Sales, which the number for Technology Sales is 1-800-767-3222, and one of us will reach out to you about activating the license and getting that shipped out to you before Mother's Day. Were there any questions?
So Terry, we did have a question from the order entry screen about Stephen had asked about, can we lock the state into the order? Did you hear that question? Can we lock the state into the order? Can you hear me, Terry? All right.
Hello, Emily.
Terry must not be able to hear me, unfortunately. Let's see. I think at this time, if you do have any questions, send them in, and I think we'll conclude the session. And then if you have any questions, we will have Terry get back to you, because it sounds like we're having some technical difficulty here with him being able to hear me. So with that, thank you for attending.
I can hear you now.
You can. Okay. Yeah. Well, great. I was just going to close it down. So the question was, can we lock the state into the order? So I think this is back in the order entry.
Lock the state in?
Yeah, so I wonder if it means make the state
a permanent thing. It
Yes.
does not default that way, no.
Okay. Okay. And if anybody has any questions, you can just add it up in your right-hand corner, and you can type your question in. It doesn't look like we have any other questions. Oh, here we go. Is the Retail to Go app compatible with all FTD order entry point of sale systems?
Yes.
Or is okay.
Well, with the Mercury point of sale, it won't work with Mercury Cloud, but Mercury Cloud is not a point of sale system.
Okay. All right, let's see another question here. For Retail to Go, we have the product in swiped, but now I have an iPhone without a headphone jack. Is there one with a lightning jack?
They do not have lightning jacks available. It would require that you utilize the Lightning 2 3.5 millimeter jack. But again, you can, let me put a product. You can manually enter the card in, which would allow, if you didn't want to use the swiper that way. I tell a lot of shops, especially since you are carrying product out to the car and carrying your phone, buy an Amazon Fire tablet. They're $69 and they're Wi-Fi capable, and they come with a case. They do have a headphone jack. They have the smaller and the bigger ones, so it'd be like a plus size iPhone. And it's just an easy, convenient way, and it's not something that's going to get dropped and damaged when you're, it's not a $500 iPhone that you're carrying out to the car.
Okay. Another question, can you repeat the telephone number for the Retail to Go app, so the technology sales?
Yes.
Phone.
It is 1-800-767-3222.
Okay. Another question from Joyce. Can states be entered as 2-digit entry so it automatically comes up correct? Not sure.
It doesn't do it as 2 because we also have provinces in Canada. So that's why when you, like if I was going to Tennessee, I would put in TN. If I put in the N, it automatically searches past that T because it's a list search. It's not an actual alphabetical search.
Okay.
But this system is designed for both US and Canada. So and the Canadian provinces are after the United States. So that's why it does that.
Another question about retail to go is, does the swiper work in Canada?
I believe so, because it actually processed the credit card through the Mercury system, but I can find out. And do you have their shop code, Emily?
We'll be able to pull that,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So I will get back to you as far as whether we operate it, whether it works in Canada or not, but I believe it does.
Okay. And a question again about, is there a cost difference between swiping or typing it in?
No. If you're in the retail to go, that means you're processing the credit card through Mercury itself, and our credit card processing through FTD is the same rate whether it's keyed or swiped. So there is no difference in between the two as far as the fees go.
Okay. All right. And I think those are all the questions that we had. We had some good questions.
Yes, very good.
All right, well, I think then that is going to do it for us today. We want to thank everyone for attending today's webinar. If you missed a portion of it or you want to view it again, there will be a recording available that we will send out to you in email, and it's available permanently on our FTD Mercury Network YouTube channel. We'll be sending a brief survey to gather your feedback about today's webinar, so please help us to improve future webinars by completing the survey. Our next Mercury Point of Sale webinar is going to be about the Mercury administration, and it is scheduled for Wednesday, June 17th. In that webinar, you'll learn how to add employees and set their permissions, how to create abbreviation codes and send to codes, and how to use your invoices to market your shop. And registration's already available on ftdi.com. So thanks again, Terry, for sharing a lot of great information. And this concludes today's webinar on order entry and point of sale shortcuts. Thanks and have a great day.